Hello and welcome to another update video about Natgas. As we're heading into the weekend here, just wanted to do another update today because what we talked about just sort of 24 hours ago did work out perfectly, and we reached target perfectly towards the weekend. And I have to say that oftentimes these targets of the triangles, if you measure them correctly, they can be really spot on. Really spot on. These Elliott wave triangles, when they work out, they can give you with absolute dramatic precision, really accurate targets. Target I gave you yesterday in the video was 227, and look at where we are now. And today we came all the way down to 225 actually, but retraced back to 227. That's where we are now. History, or why do I tell you that? Because yesterday we did identify here this possible Elliott wave triangle, which suggested another lower, so I gave you the heads up. We were yesterday around 245, and hopefully that helped some of you. It was quite an obvious situation here for all of us who understand Elliott wave, and who and this hopefully gave you an advantage to, let's say, 90% of people out there who are watching the Natgas chart. However, I don't have a very clear vision of the subdivisions, have to be honest here. You don't always have that, especially in a situation like this, where you really have a high number of waves that are that appear to be of similar wave degree. What you can get in Elliott wave is very much extended waves, where you cannot determine the actual sub-wave structure degree. So out of normal 5 waves, like illustrated here, sorry, as illustrated here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you basically get a variety of waves of similar shape and size. And you can only count really the number. Yeah, that is true. You can get, for example, 5 waves is the simple structure. When you get an extension, you suddenly get 9 waves, then you get 13 waves, and so it carries on. So it is not easy here to say where are we exactly here on the roadmap. But is it also, is it really important to understand every little subwave? I don't think so, because you don't need the Elliott wave method that is 100% academically correct and lacks practical application. You need the Elliott wave method that helps you to make money. And so far, with the help of the Elliott wave method, we identified that the downtrend is still carrying on, that we'll probably get another wave 4 up and a wave 5 down. That wave 4 hasn't started yet. Yesterday we identified this Elliott wave triangle, which suggested downside potential to 227. And for now, it looks like it's still carrying on. But I have to tell you that in this triangle, when you get a triangle like that, typically, a triangle, no, not typically, a triangle is always the last move. No, it's always the wave before the last move of something. That doesn't mean it has to be the last move of the third wave. As I said, I don't understand in very much detail the subwave structure here. The fact that we've seen a triangle here suggests actually that this is some kind of a 4th wave. Maybe this is the 4th wave of this 5th wave, and with this last leg down, we're completing the 5th. What you can typically see is towards the end of this downtrend here, so the 5th wave of the C wave, towards the end of a C wave, you often see declining volume. So I think that's pretty accurate. However, we haven't really seen an increase. I think if we now see, maybe next week, an increase in buying volume, that could indicate that we've reached the bottom here. What you need is obviously some kind of a reversal signal. It could be the volume, towards the end of such a wave, especially corrective wave, as selling volume and selling pressure decreases, you see a reduction in volume. I mean, look, it dropped quite significantly here yesterday. I mean, that, okay, not massively, but still it was a drop of, well, okay, 8% something, but with very little volume. So it indicates, you know, selling pressure is reducing here. Also, let's see, do we see any bullish divergences? Probably not. Oh yeah, we do actually. See, you see the bullish divergence here from that low to that low on the 4-hour chart, but we're actually making lower lows on the price chart. So all of that indicates, you know, a low is coming, but don't get me wrong, even if I'm saying that normally a triangle normally precedes the last move of a wave, don't suddenly expect it will suddenly go up, right? It can do, yeah. And it often does, but you can occasionally get extensions of the movement. So typically when, and it hasn't done that yet, but when these targets here, so I gave you a target, perfect. Yeah, after 24 hours, we are exactly there. But what you need to know for next week, if these targets are broken, triangle targets are broken, that normally suggests an extension of this last wave. Okay, so that we will see quite a considerable extension that could take us down quite a bit. So again, next support will be down here at 190. If we don't turn around now, then we'll probably drop to 190 over the coming weeks. And other than that, I'm still waiting here for a wave 4 and then a wave 5 to the downside, which can happen still. But alternatively, depending on how much we drop here, we have to expect at some point that when the move up starts, that this wave 2 could already be in. I would hate to say to you, we definitely get this last wave down, yeah, but we've already dropped, like, you know, so much that we're really an attractive price range for possible long positions. And that if we then get at some point this rally, that people still wait to get in, who want to get in, but they wait for the absolute lowest price. So that's why we put this alternative here, because I cannot rule out that we have a slight variation of the wave count, and that instead of this 5-wave move down here, we actually have 5 waves already done, and the count variation would be here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, with a very much extended 5th wave, and then we would rally. So these are the two possibilities. You now know about the lower degree structure here, yeah, and the important levels to watch out for. Hope you have a great weekend. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.